Hello, boys and girls and families who are watching. Thank you for joining my lesson. My name is Miss Jessie, and for today's activity video, we are going to be learning about the letter sound F. So what you're going to need is to be able to sit down in a nice area that has no distractions. Please make sure there's no TV on, no iPads, no loud music. We are trying to focus on this new letter sound. Now, if you watched our last video, the last letter sound we learned was eh. But today's letter sound that we are going to be learning is f. Okay? So I wanted to show you, you do not need a sandpaper letter at your house to trace. I wanted to show you that I just used a piece of paper. We practiced writing the little F sounds on a lesson that I did live with my class. But what you can do is just in a big marker, I use a Sharpie, and you can practice just the same. On these, we have sandpaper on them, so it's more of a texture feeling association with that, but a piece of paper works just the same. Okay, so let's get started if you're ready. Today's letter sound is, let me see how I can do this. F. F. Flower, flower, f, f, f. Flower, flower, f, f, f. Can you say this sound with me as I'm tracing it? F. 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 This letter sound is f. F. This letter sound is f. Now, can you show me how you trace the letter sound f? Good. Let's show you how I do it again. F. F. This letter sound is f. Flower, flower, f, f, f. Now watch. You see how there's a curve and it's a long line and then a straight line. F. Can you say that sound with me? F. 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 Good. Now, parents, if your child is tracing this and it doesn't look like they're tracing it exactly how it's properly supposed to, that's okay. We want to continue to encourage them to have a love for learning and not be discouraged or embarrassed to not continue with their lesson because it's not to your expectations. So just remember that it's a journey and a process, this learning, and eventually at their point in their moment, they will get it and they will grasp it, but it might take some time. So if your children are a little bit younger and they're tracing and it's just completely like, that's okay. We still want to expose them as much as we can. So we're going to ask your child to show us again. How do you trace the letter sound f? F. Okay. Can you show me how you trace this letter sound here? What is this sound? Good. What's this letter sound here on this side of the video? Good. What about this video here? Sorry. What about this side of the video? What letter sound is here? Good. What is this letter sound here? Good. Now, parents, I'm limited because I'm using this screen and this space here. Normally what I would do is when I'm asking this, I would put it on top of my head, on my shoulder, on my knee, on your child's knee, on your child's head, behind your child's back, in front of their face. Just get really creative because they actually love that dynamic of you just kind of messing about while you're presenting a proper lesson. And it just keeps them engaged and really excited about learning. So if you're sitting next to your child while this lesson presentation is going, I encourage you to pause this video, take some time to practice this letter sound, and it really helps with their memorization when you make it a little bit more fun. So this letter sound, children, that I'm holding here is called F. Good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my white level box. I did not bring my white level strip, my rug, for this lesson, and that's okay. I'm going to show you how to properly do it without a rug and how to keep it organized. So let me go grab the white level box. It looks like we have a lot. Let's start with the letter sound. So our lesson today is on the letter sound. So that means all the objects in this letter sound, or all the objects in this white level box, also start with the letter sound. Okay. Remember our 3-finger grip? We practice grabbing and holding things like this. This is a prerequisite for us to practice holding a pencil properly. So it's just kind of like muscle memorization. And if your children are younger, not really properly holding a pencil, we just try to over-exaggerate the use of these 3 fingers to kind of guide them into the right way of holding a pencil. Flower, flower. This is f, and this is f. Do you know what this is? Frog, frog. F, f, f. Fish, fish. F, f, f. Fish, fish. F, f, f. Do you see that? Can you say that again with me? Fish, fish. This is flower, a different type of flower, a flower for cooking, not like a flower you smell or plant. So it's flower, 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 flower. Do you know what this is? Firefighter. So firefighter, firefighter. Firefighter, firefighter. This is fairy, fairy, fairy. Fairy, fairy. Then, oops, there's 2 types of flowers. So these are the flowers that grow. Flower, flower. So a flower for cooking and a flower for planting. And now our box is empty. And when our box is empty, put a lid on it. Very good. Okay. So here we go. Let's go over this. We have flower. Say it with me. Flower. Fairy. Firefighter. Flower. Fish. Frog. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the objects back in the box, one at a time. 3-finger grip. flower, fairy, firefighter. He's kind of a bulky guy. Flower, fish, frog, okay. Now that all my objects are organized and back in the box, I'm going to take this and move it, put it back one thing at a time. So I'm going to put this back. Then I'm going to put, no, seriously. And then we're going to put this away. One thing at a time. And then what I have here is a worksheet that I made. What I want to show you guys is it's a picture with a word and the letters F. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to need crayons or colored pencils, and you're also going to need a pencil. You're going to use them one at a time. First, you're going to use your pencil, trace the word, trace the letters, do your best, and then you're going to put your pencil down. And then you're going to choose your one crayon, and then you're going to color your picture. You're going to do your best to stay in line and remember that it's okay that we make mistakes, and remember that we work with our mistakes. Okay? Here we have flower, fish, fairy, flower, friend, family. And you can color these pictures. And parents, you can just feel free to pause this and you can make your own. I make mine rather quickly. I'm not an artist per se, and these pictures work out fine. But if you want, I can also email it to you so that you can utilize and just print as well, and then have your child trace. So that is our lesson today on the letter sound F. I'm so glad you joined our lesson. Thank you very much. And if you did this, make sure you send a picture to me so I can see your hard work that you've done. All right. Thanks, guys, and have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.